I hope everyone's having a good week. For anybody who's watching who doesn't know me, I'm Jeff. Jeff with a G. That's the G in WagWorksGA, the A being my wife Ashley. And as I said silently a moment ago, we're a husband-wife author illustrator team. We work on kids' graphic novels. So that's, sometimes you'll see some of that work here on Twitch. You're going to be seeing me doing the art most of the time. Sometimes I'll be working on other slice of life comics. Lately I've been working on Core Toons, which is not technically a graphic novel, but it's short form kids comics with like an educational twist. And then other times you'll see me doing some fan art. As you might note, I do enjoy my video games. So I like to share that joy as well. I think December, January was pretty much just all Pokemon up in here. Which wasn't so bad. It was fun times. What I was standing up and pointing out before is that I'm repping my games done quick swag from the marathon that happened just at the end of, or not, just in January. This is Peanut Butter. This is based on a real dog who actually holds a world record for speedrunning video games, which is pretty incredible to watch. Oh, thanks, Patrick. Yeah, Core Toons, it's been so much fun. I'm really enjoying it. It's been kind of like, it was one of those unexpected projects that just came up to have a chance to work on, and we've been loving it. I'm going to be doing a little bit with that tonight as well. Although instead of working on a comic, I've got kind of a fun little project we're taking on. So that being said, I think we should just hop on in. So usually what I like to do here is start with a quick warm-up. Although, yeah, I'll still be drawing some stuff for this activity tonight. Just a 5-minute drill just to loosen up the arm, get the brain thinking about line and shape and manipulating characters and that type of thing. So the way we do that is with these. No, we do not play Pokemon cards. We randomly pick one of these. I grabbed a handful ahead of time, so I have a rough idea of who we'll be dealing with. But I'll pick one of them at random, and I'm just going to draw it. We're going to spend 5 minutes. I'm going to sketch it, and maybe if I get to a composition that I like, I'll start on pencils. We probably won't get further than that. Traditionally in my process, I'd go sketch to pencils to final lines, and then coloring and shading. But the warm-up isn't meant to become a final piece. It's meant to be just to loosen up. So let's go ahead. I'm shuffling down here. We got a shiny tonight. That's good. Good sign. Very auspicious. Crawdaunt is who we'll be drawing. So I'll hop over to my. That's the wrong mouse, Jeff. Hop over to our Clip Studio Paint window here, and I'm going to pull up a reference real quick. I am having typing fun without autocorrect helping me here. How many times can you spell images the wrong way consecutively? Mine was at least 2. Okay, Crawdaunt. Here we go. Bring our music volume down just a touch since we've started things up here. All right. Clear out this black background just to get it nice and out of the way. Bring up the size just a bit. Label our layers. Okay, so obviously if you're watching, you are welcome and encouraged to draw along. You don't have to draw Pokemon. You can draw whatever you like. This is just for fun. And loosening up. So 5-minute timer is starting now. All right, stylus here. Now, I like to do my sketch lines in pretty much anything but black. I know I've mentioned this before, but that's as a holdover from scanning in hand-drawn art before, and the fact that when you turn it to grayscale or black and white, the blue is the color I usually use, and that tends to fade away. So it's kind of a force of habit. All right, so what I like to do a lot of times is I've kind of settled into a rhythm on when I do the Pokemon warm-up. I tend to draw them sleeping. And that's for a couple of reasons. One, it's cute. And I actually have on our Etsy shop a few sleeping Pokemon prints that I was really happy with. So I'm always looking to add to the collection there. But also, because adding a limitation kind of helps me get into the creative part. It's, for me, we had a really great webinar with Matt Madden talking about constraints as a way to spur creativity. And so by saying, when I start like, okay, I'm gonna draw this Pokemon sleeping, it lets me just go. It lets me just get going instead of spending like half of my time or more just being like, oh, what do I want to make it doing? So I find it really helpful. I don't always do it. Sometimes it'll just kind of speak to me and I'll do something different. Just gonna make the mouth open. How do I do it? Like a side mouth open? Like a little bit of a snoring, yawning thing going on. Okay, it's not quite there, but this is just the sketch stage, so I'm not gonna go too crazy about it. This is a little bit hard. Let's see. You'll also note I like to use a ginormous brush when I am doing my sketches, and that is my way of forcing myself to not try to get too lost in the details while I'm sketching. Anything I'm missing on the big shapes here? We have those little middle feet kind of coming out here underneath. So maybe this arm would have to come across the top. It's a little bit wonky, but I think I can work with it, at least for the purpose of a warm-up. I think what you'll more often than not hear me say at the end of a warm-up is that it's a passable start. It's something I could, in good confidence, return to later and continue on with, and at least it's enough to get me going on something. So I'm okay with this sketch for now. I think there's room for me to tighten up some stuff. Gonna make it a little bit bigger as well. But it's good enough for the sketch stage. I'm gonna start moving in the pencils. So now we're dropping our brush size down so we can get a little more confident in our details. Picking out those favorite lines from the sketch layer. Refining where we need to. And I know I like to make my pencils pretty tight. That's because for me, I think when I start lining and doing the inks and choosing my final lines, I find that it's helpful to just be able to think solely about the pen pressure to make sure I'm getting the line thickness and quality that I want. All right, that's our timer. Yeah, so I like to have a lot of my details and fine-tuning done in the pencil stage so that when I'm ready to make those final lines, I can just be paying attention to my pen pressure and all that. What am I doing? I'm done. What am I doing? I'm done. Okay. Okay, it's a good work. That's what I think. I think there'd probably, if I ever pick this up and continue it, there's a couple things I want to work out. The crossed arms are not looking quite as cuddly, cozy, or snuggled up sleepy as I might like, so I think I could adjust that a little bit. The problem is how big the pinchers are. It's hard to get them at a comfortable angle without making the arms have to go through the pinchers. Okay, that was interesting. That was a good experiment. Okay. Okay, so what I will do, moving on to our next, our big piece for the night, my main focus that I'll be working on here, it's for Core Toons, and I'm still excited. I've got my chat bot set up for that, so I'm just gonna drop the command here. I think my window that my chat scene in OBS will filter this out, but if you're here in chat, you can see it, and then I'm just gonna read it aloud for anybody who's not looking at chat. Come on, Stream Elements. Don't leave me hanging. Oh, I wonder if my Stream Elements bot hasn't started up yet. So the command is !Core Toons. This was working last week. You know how it goes. Okay. Just a moment. Just a moment. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is this has never happened before. Okay. So I think it's over in Stream Elements. Being a bit stubborn. Okay, custom commands. Okay, it's there. It's there, but I also realized that I didn't see Core Toons or Stream Elements kick off in chat, so that is a problem. Okay, well, I'm just gonna read it. I could sit here and troubleshoot it while you're all patiently waiting. That's not actually that exciting. So instead, yeah, Core Toons, we've teamed up with some awesome fellow kids comics creators to create bite-sized comics for young ones with a sprinkle of educational content in each. You can sign up at coretoons.substack.com to get our weekly email. It is free, just to be clear. And if you're wondering what that looks like, at some point I will stop demoing it, but I just get so excited about it. Boom. So yeah, if you were to go to coretoons.substack.com, you would see this. This is just the kind of generic login page. You don't have to sign up right away. You can click this peek before I subscribe. And here's where you will see kind of a lot of the offerings we have. We do have, you can look at the whole issue that we have in one spot. This one we actually had a guest creator this week, a feature, Cesar Lador. He had a really cool comic about the water cycle, which was awesome. And then this was our comic on a real person, Snowflake Bentley, who is known for, or who created a huge legacy of work of these beautiful photographs of snowflakes. And actually did a audio piece for this too, which was super cool, and I thought it came out really, really well. So you can find that over at the main Core Toons site. You got S.J. Winkler's Nature is Strange, though. You've got Sarah Giles has a couple of series she's running on here. You've got Ken Ralston's Galactic Hats, which is just, I love that series. At any rate, it's great. I highly recommend you check it out if you're curious, especially if you've got young ones. And again, there's just just a sprinkle of some learning and education in there, but mainly just a bunch of kidlit creators having a lot of fun working together. Yeah. All right. So tonight, I'm not doing a regular comic. We're working on our referral rewards over at Core Toons. And as such, I have a mad scientist experiment to make a Core Toons 3D papercraft playset. So this I prototyped out last night, and this is your panel frame. So you know what? Let me just hop over to art. The Clip Studio, where I can show you not a Pokémon, but instead the template. So yeah, this is what I well, this is going to be this is what I have designed so far of this. So this is going to be a frame. You print it, cut it. You can tape the edges if you want, and then the cool thing about it is it will sit flat on a surface, but it will be elevated. So this will serve as the top layer or the frame, and then we're going to be working tonight on the accompanying pieces to go with. So the other thing that you can do here is I'll be cutting out these the actual panels. I know it's kind of a pain cutting into the middle of a piece of paper, but there's not really another great way to do panel frames that I'm aware of. What's that? Yes, that's a good suggestion. Or okay, well let me yeah. Let's figure this out. Okay. Alright. So I'm gonna be working mainly here. How are we gonna get this camera working tonight? I haven't done this type of work yet, so we're gonna be figuring it out. But yeah, so I'm cutting out the individual panels here, very skillfully, I might add. Anybody else enjoy cutting work? I do. I'm actually our designated cutter in the household, so we homeschool the kids. So anything that needs to be cut out for school purposes, I am the designated cutter. I find it very relaxing and very zen. I'm doing a bit of a quick job here, just to do the proof of concept. So, hey, see you, yeah. And so you might have noticed if you have looked at any of the Core Toons stuff before, a lot of us like to do kind of these 4-panel format, especially for younger ones, for our early worms group. So. Figured this was a good one. Also, I was able to get it stable enough where it should hold form when laying flat, which was a big concern. I gotta be honest, this kind of design stuff is really fun for me. I love to kind of do these kind of templating things and just be like, oh, what can I make? was actually super cool. Our kids had a library class today, and it's this whole series at the library, at our branch of the library in Orange County. What's that? Oh, you're not hearing me? Oh, an X-Acto and cutting board, Patrick? Yes. We have one somewhere. I haven't used it in a while, but yeah, I used to love doing X-Acto cutting when I don't cut myself, which does occasionally happen. Yep, there. That ripped a little bit. You know what? We're just simulating all the challenges that can happen in a classroom. It's all good. Two out of 4 done. But yeah, so this library class, one of the parents that presented was a designer that works at Universal Studios here in Orlando. They work specifically within one storefront in the park. But yeah, there's like amazing slide deck of just like all the different little things they did. One where they brought like the storefront was inside of like a pirate ship, like a wrecked pirate ship. So you had like, you know, they brought in TVs behind the window to show like a lashing rainstorm over the ocean. They actually made it rain inside over part of the thing, over part of the store, but like I guess it was cordoned off so people couldn't just come in and get soaked. It was just super cool. Like, and he actually got to, as part of the design work, like write, and they published like a comic book. And then they actually took a panel of the comic book, like the setting, like a diner front, and they like blew it up, this like little like 1-inch thing from a panel, and they blew it up into a life-size piece for part of the store. It was the coolest thing. I was definitely just like the random parent just glued to the window for a bit there while the kids were in class. So thankfully this isn't quite as complex as any of that, but it is lots of fun. Alright, so I'm cutting this out now because I want to be able to test out all the things that I'm about to do, and I also wanted to show kind of what it is that I had in mind. And yeah, the idea with this is that kids can make their own kind of like 3D cartoons. They can swap things around, and they got this handy panel frame. And when they're done, it's going to be sitting flat, so you can just take a picture of it. So here you go. Looking out my window. Hey. Okay. So it sits on my art board here. It's tilted, so it's not really going to sit flat. Okay. Well, before I do any like webcam gymnastics here, this is good. I'm happy with this. All right. So that leads us to what we still have yet to do, which is some characters. The characters are going to be have little tabs on them, so they'll stand up. They won't be quite as high as the frame. So like if you were doing, it's almost like a Photoshop thing, right? So you've got layers, or like Clip Studio, if that's your preferred program, which it is for me. That's funny I didn't say it first. But they'll sit, you know, maybe, because I think these are about, what I have right now for the panel frame is it's about 3/4 of an inch high. So I'll probably make the characters either 1/2 inch or just a 1/4 of an inch high. So they'll just have a little bit of depth, and then like backgrounds, speech bubbles can all just be flat on whatever surface they're using. All right, so let's hop back to Clip Studio. You can see several different designs I tried. I did try doing this 3-panel. I thought, oh, 3 panels is simple, but it doesn't work great with standard letter size paper. as you can see, you lose a lot of the page. And also I was trying to do a double fold so it would sit flat, and that didn't work either. So it was very, very tiny panels there. What do you mean it's changed? I didn't do anything. It's okay. Alright, so duplicate you because you're the right size page. Just gotta clear everything out. Okay. So, each panel is about 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So around 4 inches tall, right? I did that right. Yeah, around 4 inches tall. So our characters are not going to be huge. I'll start out doing a little bit of sketching on this to just to rough out kind of where they are. And it's nothing fancy here. What we're going to do is basically like a shoulders up shot of them. We've got our two characters that you're going to see in our Core Toons comics are Chloe Cloud and Corey Jones. So one each of them speaking, one each of them not speaking, and then flipping that so they're facing the other direction to give a little bit of flexibility for how you lay out the comic. Yeah, so sketch. Alright, so I do want to, I'm going to snap to grid here for a second. Just to measure out, like, how wide are these? 1, 2, 3, about 3, 3.5. No, yeah, about 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, and this is just for me to have as a reference to make sure I'm not making anything so giant that it's gonna squeeze out any room in the panel for anything else. And also there has to be room for the other character. Let me bring that down a little bit. So there's room for the character, there's lots of room for dialogue, the kids can fit something else in the frame. This is like a giant brush size for this anyway. Okay, so probably don't need to do anything too I don't even probably need to go for pencils on this one since I've drawn these guys a couple times. And I like my G pen for this. I'll tone you down. So we're gonna do Chloe first. Oh, now the question is, do I do them? I did do a slight difference in how I draw them for our big apples versus early worms. So for the early worms, I softened it out a little bit. The goal was to kind of make them a little bit younger, even by giving them kind of a bit rounder features even. Right. signature ponytail. We add a little bit. She's got that one kind of loose-ish hair. It's not all perfect. Let's stick that in there. And I like to add a little bit of shine in the eyes. There we go. Okay. And a little bit of sideburn here. Okay. And what we'll do, I don't know why I'm trying to do that with a mouse. I've got kind of stylus right here. Okay, good. Good. We're going to duplicate you. And flip our horizontal. I have a handy dandy one in here. I know you can add it, I just didn't customize it that level. That's okay, because it's just right here. It's transform, flip horizontal, and now she is talking to herself. Good times. All right. Merge you down. And then we'll create another set of these with a closed mouth. I don't want to do that. Okay, hold up. Adjust your page zoom first, then move them around. Perfect. You'll notice I don't usually have the grid up, but because I'm measuring things, I do have the grid up tonight. Size. Oh, I suppose. You know what I could just do? Is just flip it afterwards so they're truly identical. I could even do a couple expressions here as well. I should probably also be doing here, now that I think about it, is bringing a horizontal line across for what we're going to do next. That might be too heavy. We'll bring it down a little bit. There's one. There's two. Get rid of that. All right. Yeah, so I think we can do at least one more set of expressions. I also realize, one, I can merge these down for simplicity's sake. Actually turn sketch off if I want. Also, I didn't put eyebrows on here, and usually I do that. That's the eraser, okay. Maybe bring them down a little bit. And these won't be exactly the same, and that's okay. And when I draw Chloe, I typically favor the expression. So I do sometimes draw the eyebrows through the hair just to let the expression show through a little bit more. That's my personal preference. I know it's not realistic. All right. So let's do at least one more expression. All right, move, and then move it over. Oh, you know what I could also have done? That's okay. I'm gonna be putting the tabs on these so that they stand up, and I realize now I could have done that first before I made all these expressions. That's okay. You live, you learn. All right, merge you down, duplicate. Okay, scoot you over just a bit. There we go. Okay, maybe I will bring the grid on for this part. Got a lot of room on the sheet, and that's good because I'm actually going to need to space these out a bit anyway. Yep, make sure I got all that. Out. Okay, there's one, we'll put that there. So if I do, so basically the way this works out is that each of the small squares is like a 1/4 inch by 1/4 inch. So that'll be real handy in measuring this out. I wonder if doing it as a 1/4 inch would make it just a little bit too hard to really fold. I should do it, I'll try half. And I'll test it out and we'll see if we like it or not. I think the best part of designing all this is then you get to play test it. So you get to play with it, and that's good times. Okay. So then what I'm gonna do, come to our handy dandy figure tool. I've got rounded rectangle on. I'm gonna bring this down to maybe a 10. Just to be like extra safe, I'm gonna put these tabs on a separate layer. I can always bring it in together if I want later. Okay. That's a 1/4 inch, so let's do not a 1/4 inch, let's do that. Get these lined up about the same. Doesn't have to be perfect, but for stability it's good to get them about there. Okay, so that is actually a little bit more. Okay. To about 2. Okay, this is more flat, so this should be just a touch over. Okay, and we should still pick up on the inks if I make them a reference layer, so I can just do that, that, and that. Since I have them on this layer, duplicate like that. Merge with the layer below. Excellent. Alright, say okay. Zoom it in a little bit. Alright. Maybe that's a little bit close, huh? Just a wee bit close. Might do is, do I have enough room? Yeah, I got a lot of room vertically, so since those are, yep. There we go, scooch you guys up. There we go. Okay, you know what? You know what? This'll be good. Because there's a faster way to do this. Oop. Yeah, there. Oh, no, I had it. Darn my jumpy hands. It's all good. It is all good. I think I said that once or twice around here. Something like that. Okay. Good. Good, good, good. Highlighted because then I can just do this. A little bit. Okay. One. One more. Okay. Alright, so here we go. Because I really two. I think that's two. I think that's still two from the highest point. I think. So next up, what I'll do is take the sketch layer. Actually, I don't want sketch layer. Maybe I don't want that. Maybe I don't want that. I just start from this. Again, not 100% sure why I'm using the mouse instead of my stylus. I guess just because my hand is already on the mouse. All right. Oh, but I didn't copy tab. Okay, okay. Oh, that's why I got confused. Okay. Okay. I did not merge you down. That's what's happening. Okay, good. Make sure both of those are checked. We will duplicate them. We will make sure they are both checked again. And then I will move them over here. Okay. Now I usually just draw Corey and Chloe completely independently. This is largely to get the sizing down and consistent. I will say in the early worms, I do tend to have them a bit more similar in terms of their shape. So Patrick, if you're still there, I should have asked, are you working on anything in particular tonight? You know, I might just bring up one for reference. One of my core tunes, just to make sure. Just to make sure we're consistent. All right. Okay. Yep. There we go. All right. So his tabs will need to be adjusted a bit. Just a bit. Although also maybe the whole hair can be brought down a little bit. I drew it kind of high here, I think. Yeah, okay, let's try that. Okay. Yeah, I think that's pretty good there. Might adjust the face just a little bit then. Don't mind me just erasing some poor chap's face. It's too much. His face is like a little bit longer, a little thinner, at least as I've been drawing him. Draw that one again as well. Bring the mouth down just a wee bit. Clean up some of these guys, just a touch. Bring this down a little bit so we don't have that kind of awkward hairline. How does that look? It's okay. All right. So I know I kind of glossed over it. This is actually, this whole playset is a referral award. So Substack allows you to offer rewards to folks who sign up, get other folks to sign up. And that's a pretty awesome thing. So we're working on a few rewards for people who get others to sign up. You know, if we can get, especially if we can get like teachers sharing this with other teachers, I think that's a large part of our intended audience. Although really anybody with kiddos, or anyone who just is looking for a laugh, and maybe a little bit of learning in there too, even as a grown-up type. But anyway, yeah. So this will be one of our reward tiers. This whole playset designing out here. The hope is that we'll get other some of our other creators will do a few of these with their characters. So they'll have like kids will have some speech bubbles, so they can cut this all out and kind of just make their own comic with the characters and play around. And eventually, if they want, they can make their own characters in here too, because like that's the fun, right? Yeah, that's the plan. So we're going to go for the top being about 2 squares. So there's 1, there's 2, a little bit more. My eye says that's just under half. I think that's good. And then we can just use our handy dandy vector tool here to drag these points down. I can afford to go too far because I can just use vector eraser to clear it up. Thank you, Clip Studio Paint, for being awesome. There we go. Okay, yeah, so really my imagination is that the fold would be about here. It's not a perfect flat surface, but it would work. So you don't want to cut off his hair. So that should be... that. Okay. Corey is ready for the big time, I think. So inks copy above inks, merge it down. Tabs copy above tabs, merge it down. That was super smooth buying time there. Merge. Oh, I'm gonna be doing some cutting in a second. So actually, let me leave the camera right there. All right. So I see actually right now that we are at 11, and I am ready for a quick break. Seeing we've been going for just an hour now, so gonna put y'all on be right back here for a second. I'm just gonna take a minute or two break, hit the restroom, get some water, and I'll be back for our second hour in just a couple minutes. So if you're watching, thanks for joining. I'll be right back. Hope to see you again in a couple minutes. Thanks. Hey, we're back. We are back for more papercraft fun designing. Hope y'all had a nice break. I did. It was nice. Get some water. Alright. We'll Cool. Well, I think this is gonna go pretty quick here. Maybe. I guess those are famous last words. But not tonight. We got this. So first order of business is just mirroring this guy, duplicating this and scooting it on over. And mirroring it on over too. And then we'll just do as we've been doing. Keep on merging down to consolidate our layers that we duplicated. Okay, inks into inks, tabs into tabs. Good deal. Both these layers are checked as we again copy and paste. And then make sure that we double select when we move them. There we have it. Bring this down just a little bit. Okay. Alright. One more time. And then we can... You know, I might wait. Oh, you know, this is the exact same thing that I did last time. So. That is to say, I realized that bringing both of them over didn't guarantee the same expression. So we're gonna fix that right now. After I merge tabs with tabs, inks with inks, there we go. And yeah, I'm just gonna cold-heartedly clear this out. Also here. Okay, I think we need a thicker line there. Why am I not liking this? Okay, I mean that's good. I think that's good. And now we go back, check both our layers. Copy and paste you. Make sure you're both checked again. Move you over. And flip our horizontal with transform. There we go. I now see also that I didn't actually draw the third expression on here. We'll get there. Everything's a work in progress until it's not. That's what I say. When? I just know. That's when I set it. Okay. Okay, for consistency's sake. We're gonna do this. So I will just edit the expression on this one, and then I will duplicate it and mirror it over. And we're gonna give, I mean, one of my favorite things about the dynamic of Chloe and Corey is their kind of, we actually have a whole middle grade graphic novel script that Ashley wrote, and I did, like, I did all the sample pages and character designs to a submission packet for it, starring Chloe and Corey. And one of my favorite things about their dynamic is just this kind of I don't know. It's like it's not really antagonistic, but they do. I don't know, I think as characters they play well off of each other. Chloe can get kind of intense and know-it-all-y, and Corey, of course, is much more relaxed, go with the flow kind of guy. Maybe not as interested in hitting the books. I love their dynamic, and sometimes one of my favorite things to do is drawing Chloe getting frustrated at Corey. I don't know why. It shouldn't give me such joy. It's just such a fun dynamic. Okay, recheck our tabs layer. There we go. There we go. I think it's also because I love how Ashley wrote the characters. I love the way she does dialogue and the fun banter and back and forth they get. Which makes it fun to draw that out. Okay. Well, now we have three different sets of expressions. So that's exciting. Okay. Last one. Oh, right. Don't forget. I'm gonna deselect just to be safe. Merge inks with inks. Merge tabs with tabs. There we go. I knew we could do it. It's getting a little close to the bottom of the page, huh? Isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine. Inks, tabs with tabs. Excuse me. Why don't I just use the rectangle select tool this time? That is the one drawback of doing it this way, is that I have to make sure to select both tabs and inks, or else it's gonna do what you just saw it do, which is not what I wanted to do. As in, it's not gonna move both layers, it'll move one and mess up the alignment and all that good stuff that you don't particularly want to happen. This is fun though, I'm having a good time with this. This is the first time into doing any paper crafty type stuff that's not just a random one-off project to have fun with the kids. That is a different brush job. Definitely saw me again, making the face that I'm drawing. I can't not do it. And then I realized I'm doing it halfway too, and it's just the whole thing. But I guess, it is all fun. And as long as you're having fun, something's going right. Transform. Let me scoot you over a little bit. There we go. Okay. One last time. Say it with me if you know the words. Tabs with the tabs. Inks with the inks. Okay. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that went awry. But that's okay. I gotta admit, I did not foresee this. Oh my gosh, the original like Animal Crossing save music. I love this. Any Nintendo GameCube Animal Crossing folks out there? Okay, it looks like it comes down a little bit more on this one, but I'm not really that concerned about it. I think this is fine. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna print this guy. Have seen a nice little preview of my work, my stream space, and the Instagram going live announcement that I actually put up. But it's really just our daytime school and bookwork desk. So it goes through a transformation every Thursday night. Oh no, you too? What happened? Ugh. Okay, well, I'm glad I saw that. Clearly, something just did not get selected all the way when I lassoed. Alright, that looks good. Okay. Checklist. Facing right, facing left, talking / smiling, facing left, facing right and left, smiling, facing right and left, incredulous or cynical or surprised face. Check for Chloe. Talking, smiling, curious, surprised, incredulous for Corey as well. I think we're ready to do our test print of this. Let's check that out. I was just horrified that I was like, I had that terror moment, like, oh no, what if I forgot to unmute again? It's been happening a lot. It's okay. I will say there was an overnight wake up for a child last night, so I maybe am not as fresh as I might be. Okay, that all looks pretty good. Then you can all listen to the delightful printer noise. Could it be a printer? Okay. Yay! Yay! And now we're gonna have handy-dandy cutting time. Bring my chat monitor back over. Quiet day. But that doesn't mean it will always be. Yeah, so I don't know if I'm necessarily here to cut out every single one of these, because that's a lot. But at least one of them, or a couple of them, was my proof of concept. Oh, I could have dotted that line for the folding. That's what I did on the frame template. Should be able to retroactively adjust that. I did that as a vector layer, of course, so that shouldn't be problematic. Come on. This is fun to try something a little bit different than the usual. Don't get me wrong, I love drawing. I love doing it digitally. I love the stream format as we have it, but it's fun every now and then to try something just a wee bit different. I am realizing as I cut this that Chloe has the gap between like her neck and her ponytail, which, if you don't do the X-Acto knife method, is gonna be a pain in the butt to cut. So I'm just gonna leave it. So yeah, I realized also, like, I called out like, oh, I'm repping my Games Done Quick shirt. I've been part of the reason I've been wearing Games Done Quick shirts all week, because we've been enjoying watching their current marathon that's going on, Frost Fatales. Frost Fatales is the winter event for their all femmes speedrunning group, the Frame Fatales, and it's benefiting. In the past, it's benefited the Malala Foundation. This go around is benefiting the National Women's Law Center. It's a great cause, and oh my gosh, there's been some amazing runs this week, and also some just really fun moments. We were watching the Pokémon Battle Revolution run last night, and it was, oh my gosh, the runners were cracking up, the couch was cracking up, we were all cracking up. Okay, so here I've got Chloe cut out here, and I've folded the tabs here. So now she should sit flat and level. Okay. You can't see this right now on the desk. I think this will work pretty well. Move my mouse. Yeah, I think this is good. Okay. I'm gonna have to figure out if I can find a better way to show you guys. Maybe I'll cut out a couple more of these, and then really the last thing, I'll just design some speech bubbles and print those. And I think we've got a pretty solid working concept here. So yeah, the goal is that I'm gonna take this and share it with our Core Toons peeps, and figure out what needs to be changed, figure out, do we need to collect more characters, have everybody who's interested test it out, make any tweaks, and then I think it'll be just about good to go. I'm excited. This is, as I mentioned, I love doing this kind of stuff. Put the big sheet over here. I'll cut out all the little detailed things that I skipped over. Getting there. Should I turn this into like an ASMR channel? Be like, sound of cutting. I don't even know. I'm sure somebody's into it. Somebody out there is into that. But I will not force it upon all of you. Oh gosh, I hope Ashley's not watching. I mean, I hope she's watching, but also that would be, some sounds can really get to her. And I get the feeling that might be one of them. So just in case. Sorry, honey. I won't do it again. These are some, especially with Corey's hair, it's a little bit detailed. I'm wondering if this is going to be hard for younger ones to cut. But then again, it's not like they have to do it perfect. And hey, it's great, occupational therapy. We had a child do that, and cutting activities can be pretty helpful. although they can also be intensely frustrating and challenging. We'll see. Maybe that's a good point to talk over with the group. But yeah, we're almost there. Okay, here he is. So we got the tabs. The way I see it is fold it at the highest point there. Try to do my best straight line. Oh, you know what? I bet I could put a dotted line there, and that would be really helpful. Yeah, that's what I want to do. This is why we test things. Okay, well, you said it. Okay. So, all right. Is there a good way to do this? We're gonna find out. Okay. Actually, I'm trying to figure out camera stuff, but I can do that after I do this last piece. It's 11:30, and mainly the thing that I want to do right now is speech bubbles. And those are not going to have tabs. They're just going to sit flat. They will be our bottom layer of all this. So, okay, you're saved. That's great. I'm going to duplicate you because we just want letter size. Okay. Then we'll just do a vector layer. I'm gonna use the speech bubble tool, speech bubble, word balloon, whatever you want to call it. What are we at? 7? That's a little thin. I should probably do at least 15 is what I usually do for our comics. Oh, but you know what? You know what I should do is take my sample panel here, because what I don't want is to make something that won't fit. Nope, don't just save that. Just borrowing a layer here. Boom. No, wrong layer selected. All right, let's do this again. Okay. I'm just gonna leave you open this time. Alright, raster layer, paste in. Nope, it's just gonna do that anyway. Alright, cool. Okay. Now back to our speech balloon tool. So we'll do like a big sized one. That's not how it works. That was interesting. Okay. I mean, I like my curved balloon tails. Oh, I'll just use the pen tool then for that. I'll just use the balloon pen. No. This isn't gonna work the way I wanted, is it? Thought I was being all slick. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah. Do I get style points for covering up that I was definitely holding the stylus upside down for a second there? Stabilization. I can also do post correction. Bleh. Okay, I don't usually use post correction. Again, I like to kind of sometimes have a imperfect quality to the bubbles, but I do want to make something maybe a little bit nicer. You know what? I can just use the ellipse tool. If I want to make this a little bit cleaner, I should just use the ellipse tool. Yeah. Right, rotation. Okay. I'm just gonna make a bunch of these for how I lay these out because I want to make sure they fit. So I'll have lots of templated room so I can just get a really good reminder of my panel size. That should be sufficient. And I can just merge and merge and merge. Okay. Right. What do I keep forgetting about? Okay. Those guys, I will maybe for the thought balloon. Maybe I'll do like a thought balloon myself. Okay, I can tell I'm not going to be happy with post correction, so I'm going to turn that off. So as to not make them, oh, I can make that simpler though, because like this is gonna be a pain to cut out. So I can make that. Yeah, I'll make that a little bit. That's getting kind of big for the panel, isn't it? Well, not if I move it down. Yeah. There we go. That is simpler. Okay. Maybe I can even just shrink that down a little bit. And this way they at least like won't have to put a bunch of cut out a bunch of individually disconnected thought bubble dots. I think that'll be, you know, better. Maybe I'll do an even smaller one. I really like the weight of that line, but a little bit away from me. I keep forgetting. There we go. Okay. And then that's getting a little bit messy. That's gonna be a little bit small to fit any dialogue in, won't it? Also, you know what? Maybe we'll skip that one. We'll skip the spiky exclamation bubble for this one. It's gonna be not fun for them to cut out. Yeah. So I'll mirror these. So you've essentially got big, like large, medium, and small speech bubbles, large, medium, and small thought bubbles. What more do we need? I'm not sure we need anything. I mean, I could do connected bubbles, but that's a lot to plan for. And I don't know who we use that. Please tell me I did all this. Yes, I did it on the vector layer. Yay! I remember. Okay. Because that is a super not fun feeling when you're like, oh yay, I just did this all. And it's on my like raster layer and I can't use it and I have to either draw over it or try convert to vector, but that can get super wonky. First up, merge down. No. Copy, now move. Now. Transform. So I'm thinking is maybe I don't need to do different types. Maybe I just need to make more. First, let me grab these guys. Probably, yeah, just I think. More so they'll have, because they need 4 panels worth, right? Okay, we're at like quarter till. So this is the time that I'm starting to think about winding things down. Can I fit more if I mess with it like this? Why, yes, I can. There's the problem with the rectangle select tool. Undo the copy. And we'll go back to our lasso. can make you fit there. And then perhaps I can do... Yep. In here? I don't know. Just want to give the kids lots of room to work. Lots of tools. Also paper efficiency. You know. Okay. Okey-dokes. Deal with my stream element spot tonight. I need to figure that out. Who showed up? Well, we'll get there. We'll get there. That is a thing for next stream. Right, I just need to merge. Alright, well, I don't really want to print this whole thing without filling it up. It feels like a bit of a waste of paper. But I am getting close to time, and I did want to show the vision of this a little bit here. So what I'll do is I'll wrap up some of this like laying out things for a cutting sheet. Maybe just 2 of each direction of the thought bubbles instead of trying to do 3 or 4, and then I could get like one more another big speech bubble or something in there. We're just about there. But I don't think I'm going to have time to finish laying it out, print, and then cut. It's 5 minutes left. I really will want to start thinking about wrapping up stream. Actually, I can just do that. I don't want to make it too tight because I know a lot of tiny spaces will just be frustrating for kids or teachers or parents to cut out. This doesn't feel like that, right? That might be a little tight. That's okay. But we can fit in. No, I don't want to cut and paste. I want to copy and paste. Okay, so first up. I just we're so close. We're so close. Yeah, it'll make you a little more baby. Okay, well, maybe that's cheating a little bit, but it's fine. Okay. Okay. So let's try this. Let's you're there. All right. So this is the proof of concept. This here is the proof of concept. We've got. Okay, you know what I'll do. Okay. So we've got Chloe. We've got our Corey. they both unfold nicely. Now you could have any old piece of paper. I hope she doesn't mind. I'm using her awesome pastel work here. So they're just over in the French countryside. That's fine. Is there actually enough room for them to be talking to each other in a frame? There is. Okay. So, do I have enough? Here you have it. You've got the panel. You could fit some word bubbles up in here if you wanted to. Maybe the big ones are not going to be super useful if you're trying to fit 2 characters in. I could maybe shrink the characters down slightly. But yeah, they would sit flat over top of whatever your background image. You have your panel frame. You still got a nice little bit of 3D feel. And then when you want to change your comic, you see, boop, boop. Whee! I'm running away. Okay. All right, that works. Yay. Okay, I'm very happy about this. Okay, proof of concept. Good. And now we move on to the friends and child testing phase. Okay. Art table back to digital art mode. Maybe. If I can just not break everything, that would be delightful. That would be delightful. Hey, that's come on, camera. You got this. Okay. All right. Yeah. And there you have it, folks. I'm not sure but that's what you have. There, it's there. There you have it. Okay. Okay. That was a fun adventure. So next week we'll get back to comics. I think either I've got a couple funny, couple ideas for Slice of Life. One based on an embarrassing CVS story that my children found hilarious. That happened to me. Got a couple of those. We have another Sunny Skies. We're one more Sunny Skies for this school year. We're producing comics for this school year of Core Toons through June, and then we'll pick it back up again in August, I think. We'll be working still through the summer though. But for this school year, we've got one more Sunny Skies. We've got I think one more Weatherwise as well. So that, a couple of, again, Slice of Life. Kicking up some work, trying to get our pitch packet together on the graphic novel. So it'll be some sort of comics work next week is my plan. But this was a fun diversion. It was good times, and I'm excited to share this with our friends over at Core Toons and get some thoughts. I can already kind of see there could be a few things to improve, and that's cool. But I'm excited. This worked out pretty well for first go. So cool. Well, friends, it is tomorrow. It is 12:02 Eastern Time here in sunny Walt Disney World territory. It's not sunny right now, obviously. So it is time. It is time for me to wrap up, as I must do it sometime every night. This has been fun. Thank you, anybody who was here joining with. Patrick, thanks for hanging out for a little bit. It was good to see you. If you were here lurking, we are a lurk positive stream. I'm just happy to have you here, so I hope you enjoyed your lurk. If you're watching the VOD on Twitch or on YouTube, hey, thanks for coming and checking it out. I hope you had fun watching. Feel free to leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. Yeah, I guess that does it. I'll be back next Thursday night, 10 o'clock Eastern time. That is my time for streaming. And we'll have more art fun, friends. So thank you again to everyone who joined. Thank you for your support. Thank you for joining me on this. I hope you had as much fun as I did. I we'll see you guys next time, and have a good week. Have a good night. Bye.